Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's Chosen Realm. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Well, it's Boxing Day.
Yay!
Well, at least it will be when this episode comes out. We haven't even got to Christmas yet.
No. The joys of editing and producing.
Yeah. So here we are waiting for Christmas, trying to get ready.
Yeah.
And you're listening to us in the future. So happy Boxing Day or day after Christmas for other people that don't have Boxing Day. Some people don't call it Boxing Day.
Don't they? What do they call it?
The day after Christmas.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Yeah, some people, that's not a thing.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
But anyway, it is here.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Another year gone.
Almost. And this episode will drop on the 26th. This will be our last episode for 2025. So yeah, pretty exciting.
Nice.
Only a few more days of work.
Yeah, even better.
Oh, I know. And then I get my office is shut down between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to having
I reckon
8 or 9 days off in a row.
Yeah, nice actual gap there.
And not really much to do.
Yeah, even better.
Oh, I've purposely tried to avoid any commitments.
Good stuff. Good.
So I can have some actual downtime,
Yeah.
which will be real nice.
Yeah, good idea.
You have to work, right?
Yeah, which is the first time in a while because I had the government job previously.
And they shut down.
They shut down over this time period. I mean, like in the early years, I was the only one that put up my hand for overtime for the first 5 years, so I was the only one doing that. But then as soon as they got more casuals, I was like, no, we're government now and I've done my time. So I haven't worked an actual Christmas for a very long time. So this is new.
Well, at least you've got a couple of days off. You've got Christmas Day and Boxing Day and New Year's Day,
and
right?
New Year's, yeah. I got the actual 3 public holidays, but in between I've got some shifts.
Nice.
But I'm assuming they're not going to be flat out, so should be okay.
Should be.
But it also lines up with everybody's private health ending as well. So people do sort of panic and go, "Oh, I just want to get glasses before I run out of my private health." So.
And a lot of people have that time off, so they've got more time to come in and visit you.
Exactly, yeah. So everybody has the bright idea on the same sort of
week.
Day. Yeah, that's right. So everybody's like, it's a nice sunny day, I'm out and I want to do that. So like 6 people come in at the same time saying the same thing and you're like, I can't.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah, it's different. New. I like it.
I'm glad you like it. I like my time off. We don't have any actual real news this week, but there is an update that Strange New Worlds has officially wrapped production on its final season.
Yeah, okay.
So it is done. That's it and that's all. That's all she wrote.
Okay.
Season 4 is expected to come out in 2026, and so I would imagine that the last season, which is only 6 episodes, will be out sometime in 2027.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
which
sad.
will leave only Starfleet Academy in production.
Yeah.
And the new movie that Paramount and Skydance announced after their merger in development. So, not a whole heap of happenings considering what we have been having the last few years with Picard and Lower Decks and Discovery and Strange New Worlds and Prodigy.
Yeah,
we've been a bit spoiled lately.
Yes, but not washed out like Star Wars.
No.
But yeah, so getting closer and closer to that Starfleet Academy premiere. We're only a few weeks out. I've been sharing a few updates and promos and stuff that Star Trek, the official Star Trek page, has been sharing. I've been sharing them on our Facebook page, and there's been quite a few comments about how people are not looking forward to this series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this isn't what we wanted, and why does it look like Dawson's Creek in space and
really
Star Trek 90210 and all those sorts of comments.
Kind of does look a bit like that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not the show that I wanted either.
No.
Let's be honest.
No.
But I am curious to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't judge it until you see it.
That's right.
Like, to be honest, I mean, you can sort of go, okay, but you can't actually judge it until you watch it.
It's not the show I would have picked.
Yeah.
But Paul Giamatti's in it, and I love that guy. So yeah, anyway, hopefully it's just more Trek and less teen drama, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out in a few weeks.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, let's get into this week's episode. The title is Chosen Realm, written by Manny Kodo, directed by Roxanne Dawson, B'Elanna Torres. This is her 7th episode of Enterprise and the 2nd of 4 for this season. The original air date for this episode was January the 14th, 2004. It was the first episode for 2004. And the IMDb synopsis reads, Enterprise is taken over by religious zealots who want to use the ship in a war against heretics. Sounds okay.
As long as they do that right, sounds like a really good idea.
I mean, they've done similar storylines before, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds all right. I get nervous, that's all. I hear something like that and I'm like, oh, that sounds all right. And then I think about it and go, yeah, the Enterprise crew, yeah.
Yeah. I know, because like this episode, like the premise could come from the original series, or like Next Gen got hijacked a couple of times, and Voyager and Deep Space Nine's dealt with religious stuff a lot.
Yeah.
So there's history here. I just don't know how Archer and the crew are going to deal with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
guess we'll find out. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back from watching Chosen Realm. Well, Tom, first thoughts. What did you think?
It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't fantastic.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, okay is the word. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, usually watching anything with some sort of religious subtext is a bit of, well, this isn't really subtext.
No subtext.
But with
pretty blatant.
Yeah. With the religious side of things is always interesting. Always gets the blood pumping a little bit anyway.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
Like, it touched on a lot of things that I think has been done in Star Trek before.
Yeah.
But it's a message that I think bears repeating.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And maybe more relevant now than it was then. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do. Yeah.
I feel like there has been more and more talk about religious ideologies.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the last few years.
Yeah.
And I think the idea of having blind faith without being able to reflect and, think about the ethics and responsibility and compassion and reason and all those other things, when it's just blind faith, then it's a destructive force, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're just blindly going about what you believe and that's it.
If life is expendable for belief, then what is the point of the belief?
Yeah, that's exactly
like any life.
Yeah, that's right. You're making all life worthless. If that's the point.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, obviously at the moment there's been some current events in Australia that have sort of made this more precedent kind of episode. But
Yeah. Anyway, we're not a news podcast, and we're not here to reflect too much on that kind of topic. But that's what sort of, when I was thinking about this episode while we were watching it, and I was thinking about how religion can inspire people to do good, and it can inspire people to do really, really bad.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought about that blind faith and the impact that's had on people here in Australia just in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think blind faith has been a problem repeatedly, and
since faith was created.
Yeah, that's it. And I think that's why it's like you said, it bears repeating over and over again.
Yeah, faith shouldn't be weaponized.
No, exactly. And I think that's why these episodes, like, they sort of get the blood boiling and get you frustrated and annoyed and all sorts, because you can watch these people and just get really angry. Yeah,
because it's relevant to what's still happening.
Exactly. Yeah. Good though.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good episode. You know, maybe not one of the best, but
no.
If you think of like the original series, what's it called? Let That Be Your Last Battlefield. That's the one with the species at war with the black and white.
Oh yeah, that's
faces.
Fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, it's a similar concept here, right?
Yeah.
Like instead of
10 days, it was 9 days.
Yeah, that's right. So instead of race, black and white,
Yeah.
it's religious. It's just two different religions, which is basically the same,
Yeah,
with one minor ideological difference.
yeah,
And the message is kind of the same too, right? That you're just not, either way, you're not going to win.
no, that's right. and no one's more right or wrong than the other.
Exactly.
Because it is all just
Because there's no
faith.
objective truth.
That's right, because there's no factual basis for anyone's belief.
Yeah.
So no one's right or wrong, yet why are you so steadfast that you have to be right?
Yeah. To the detriment of your own people.
And others.
Exactly.
And others. And that you judge others, and you will do other things to other people in your belief.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the episode then.
Okie
We open on a shuttle pod doing a sweep of a sphere with Trip and Travis inside doing sensor scans. They say how identical it is to all the other spheres they've seen. Complete their scans and say, well, we've given Temporal something to work with. Well, you haven't, because it's exactly the same as the last one. So I don't know what you think Temporal's going to spend some time on. But anyway, whatever.
Down to its minute features.
Exactly.
So,
They leave the cloaking barrier around the sphere, and we see an alien ship that is monitoring them. And inside the alien ship, we see a couple of these aliens with their facial tattoos or markings. They say that the shuttle pod is emerging from the barrier and heading back to their ship, and they watch them go. The leader of these aliens, Dejamat, says that he wants to know what kind of armaments they're carrying, and says that they may have found what they've been looking for. Bum, bum, bum. Dramatic.
Totally.
We skip the credits, and we're in the command center. Archer and T'Pol are looking at the new data, and T'Pol says that the new data should help us map the anomalies more accurately.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but sure.
Well, another sphere in the map that she creates with the little lines.
And she says she should be able to calculate the exact number of spheres within the expanse. And then they get hailed from the bridge saying that there is a ship approaching on impulse, and they're transmitting a distress signal. So they fuck off up to the bridge. They hail the ship that's got 23 biosigns. They're heavily damaged. They're losing life support. They ask for help. Archer says that he'll help after checking what kind of weapons they have and all that sort of stuff. But they navigate their way through the anomalies to get to this ship to help them out.
Yeah. Now, Archie is a bit paranoid here.
He is a bit paranoid.
Yeah.
which, considering how their time in the Expanse has gone, it's probably warranted.
That's
But
fair enough.
he's like, take full security precautions, make sure none of them are armed if they come on board. Like, we need to be sure that we're safe.
Yeah.
So,
Which is good.
yeah, it's good. He's learnt a lesson.
Yeah. Thank fuck.
Then we see a shot of the alien ship docked to Enterprise, and it's very small.
It's a tiny little ship.
Tiny little ship. It's not that much bigger than a shuttle.
No.
It doesn't look like it anyway. But apparently there was 23 people on board.
Yeah.
But anyway, a bunch of them are in sick bay. Archer comes in and asks how they're doing. Flock says that he's unable to perform detailed bioscans because it's against their religious beliefs.
Sure.
Or they don't want to detect the explosives.
Give away anything.
But he just says basically everyone's fine. No major concerns. Then they notice some
The twisting of the skin stuff.
Yeah.
From the anomaly interaction.
Yep. So Archer says, I guess these people are no strangers to anomalies. That looks like a very old scar. Flock says that there's been a few people that have had similar kind of injuries. And then Archer wants to know which one the captain is. Flock says, actually, they prefer the term pranam. It's a religious designation rather than captain. Archer, I think, resisted the...
Rolling of the eyes.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
But, yeah, anyway. He goes and introduces himself to Dijamat.
Mm-hmm.
Dijamat? Is that what they said?
Yeah, something like that. It was
Like Dijon mustard?
well, yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah. Dijamat says that he's very grateful for the help, that Archer has saved their lives, and that they're on a pilgrimage to the 12th sphere. It has taken us a year to make this journey. Archer says his engineer can fix their ship, and maybe we can share some information about the spheres.
Yeah.
And would you like to come for dinner tonight with my science officer?
Sure.
And Dijamat says, I'd be honored to accept your hospitality, Captain. So we cut to the captain's mess, to said dinner party. No time wasted here.
No.
And Dijamat says that their homeworld is called Trianon. It's 6.3 light years from where they are. Archer says that they're new to the Expanse. They've not heard of that area. And Dijamat says, the Expanse? You mean the Chosen Realm? Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
I think we're talking about the same thing. Yeah, sure.
Archer mentions that they're trying to learn everything they can about the Zindi. Dijamat says, never heard of them. Space travel for them is merely a means to bring us closer to the spheres. They're not really interested in talking to people or exploration or anything. T'Pol asks if you've been studying them for a long time. And he says, we're not here to study them. We're here to, worship them. Prayer and meditation.
Yeah,
we want to manifest the makers through prayer around the spheres.
Why would they have to go into space to them for that?
Because that's where you feel the breath.
Oh, sure. That's right. Yeah. My bad.
The breath of the makers is the anomalies.
Yeah.
And he lifts his sleeve up and you can see one of the twisted scars on his arm where he says he felt the breath of the maker or the makers when he was close to one.
Would you not just think that was a bad thing?
Yeah, right?
Because it wouldn't have been a pleasant thing to go through.
It'd be like if you went to something that was radioactive and your skin started bubbling and you'd be like, oh my God, Jesus, thank you.
That's it, exactly. How nice of you.
Thank you for burning my skin.
Yeah. Such a lovely touch. You wouldn't be like, fuck off. This is a bad idea.
Abort, get out.
This might be a sign never to come back.
You would think so. But no, it's the maker's breath.
Sure.
Dijamat says that Archer and his crew are fortunate to have such a fast ship, and that he regrets that he'll die having only seen one of many thousands of spheres.
Yeah, thousands.
Sure. T'Pol says, actually, we've determined there are 59 spheres in the Expanse. And he says, I think your estimates are a bit low. And she says, that's doubtful.
Yeah.
Deadpan. She's
so good, isn't she?
She's so good.
That's doubtful.
And he says, with the makers, there is no doubt.
And therein lies your problem.
Yeah. She replies, doubt is the basis of all scientific progress. And he says, scientific progress has led many people astray.
But religion hasn't?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Sure.
Yep. Anyway, the captain says, let's talk about this another time. Let's change the topic. This is getting a bit awkward.
Yeah. Religious and politics just don't mix. You just don't do that at the dinner table.
That's right. This is why. Anyway, Archer says it'll take a couple of days for the ship to be repaired, and that and Dijamat says that he hopes that there'll be an opportunity to repay their kindness.
Sure.
We cut to sick bay, and Phlox is sitting there twiddling his thumbs. Some woman comes in, one of the alien people, and she comes in and says, I'd like to speak with you. And it's obviously something
personal,
because she's nervous about talking about it. She says she wants to talk about a certain procedure, and they don't. He kind of offers tea, and we don't really get the conversation, but we can probably guess what it is.
We can have some assumptions.
Yeah, and they talk about it later, so we'll leave it for them.
Yep.
But then we cut to the mess hall. Dijamat and Yarrick, which is one of the other aliens, is kind of his right-hand dude, sitting there having some food. And Dijamat asks if everyone is in place. Yarrick says, yep, they're just waiting for your signal. Then he kind of says, I don't think we're doing the right thing. These people tried to help us. These people are helping us. They risked their lives to help us. And I don't know that this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And Dijamat's like, they desecrated a sphere. They landed on a sphere.
How dare they?
Ridiculous. But he basically says, the makers have sent us this ship, and we are going to take it. Don't lose your faith now, Yarrick. Ridiculous.
Sure.
We cut to the ready room. Archer is in there with T'Pol, and he's mansplaining about exactly what we already heard.
Oh, fucking oath. That was the epitome of mansplaining. Perfect example. It's like she was sitting at the table with you, buddy.
Yeah.
She probably understood it better than you
She was there, dude. She was there.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell her again.
You don't need to explain anything. It was so weird. So fucked up.
Yep. Dijamat rings the doorbell and comes in, and she leaves because she's like, fuck this dude.
Yeah, I'm not going,
I don't like this guy.
Putting up with this guy again.
I don't want to have another debate. So she leaves, leaving Dijamat and Archer alone. And Dijamat says that I said before that I hope to be able to repay your kindness. And Archer says that's not necessary. Don't worry about it. And Dijamat says it's already underway. Captain Archer, you, your crew, this vessel are all about to embark on a glorious mission. At this moment, a number of my people have taken positions around your vessel. Their bodies have been equipped with powerful organic explosives. With a single command, I can order any one of them to sacrifice their lives. What a great opportunity.
Yeah, that's it.
Act now.
Why, thank you for this glorious opportunity.
Yep. So then he speaks into one of his communicators to one of his people on, in a random corridor on the ship, and he just kneels down, stabs himself with his little iconic
Pin thing.
religious pin thing that was on his tunic.
Yeah.
Stabs himself in the arm and fucking explodes and kills some
Boom.
person, and there's a big hole in the hull, and done.
Yep.
Archer runs out onto the bridge. Reed says there's been an explosion on sea deck. We've got a hull breach. Archer says seal it off, get security teams, and Dijamat interrupts and says, stop!
Yeah.
2 of my men are positioned next to your warp reactor. Unless you turn this ship over to me, I'll destroy it.
All right. Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I would have said too.
Yeah.
Right then I would have been like, okay.
Yeah. All right. Do it.
Send the security teams.
That's it. Send the security teams. I'm like, okay, do that, or I'm sending security. One or the other.
Yeah.
The ship's not yours, buddy.
Nope.
So we're either going to die here together, or
pick one. Yep.
You go into the brig. One or the other.
Yep. And then we get a bunch of We get a few different shots of the aliens taking over the ship.
Yeah.
They're escorting everyone to their
Quarters. Lock them in place.
Yep. Phlox is refusing to leave sickbay because he's got injured people there. Yarrick orders someone to watch him at all times.
Yeah.
In engineering, Archer and Trip are there, and Archer's telling Trip not to do anything. Like, just go along with what they're saying. Now's not the time. We've got a mission to accomplish, and we need to make sure that the ship is going to be safe. All that sort of shit.
Sure. Yeah, because under, some religious nuts rule is better than hang on, better than what?
Zijamat escorts Archer back to his quarters and tells Archer that he made the right decision, that your people won't be harmed. Archer says, well, you just murdered one of my people, so forgive me if I don't believe what you say, dick. He says, what do you want with my ship? Zijamat says, when I'm satisfied that the situation is secure, I'll answer your questions. I also lost a crew member in that explosion, Captain. I'll say a prayer for them both.
Didn't lose anyone. So fucked up.
So
That'll bring
stupid.
him back. Fucker.
On the bridge, Zijamat orders Travis to set course for Trianon, their homeworld, at the highest warp factor possible. Then he orders T'Pol to fire 2 torpedoes on their ship, so they release their ship from the docking clamps, fire on it, and then fuck off.
Yep.
So they destroy their ship.
Boom.
Then we cut to the command center. Zijamat's in there, and someone escorts Archer into the room. And he says, where are you taking this ship? Zijamat says, to my homeworld. We'll be there in 3 days. For the last century, a violent group of heretics have tried to undermine our way of life. With your ship, I can deliver a final, decisive attack. I can end this conflict forever.
Sure.
Yeah, so he says he's trying to save his people. Archer says, I have a feeling that the heretics would probably say the same thing.
You? Yeah.
And he says, well, they might very well do that, but that doesn't change what they are. Enemies of the truth.
Your truth.
There's only one truth, Tom. Wait, you listening? Archer asks how many people you intend to kill with my ship. And he says, you're a species obsessed with numbers, a characteristic of your misguided belief that the secrets of the universe can be revealed through science.
Sure.
And then the asshole says, I've reviewed all your data that you've collected here.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to delete it all because you don't need it. It needs to be erased from existence. Because all of it is heresy.
Heresy, yeah.
So he deletes all of the work that they've done since they've entered the Expanse.
Yep.
All of the scans, all of the data, everything they've got is gone.
Yep. Just deletes it.
Then he says that Archer and his crew have desecrated a sphere. They've not only entered the cloaking barrier, they've landed on one. They've entered a sphere.
Yeah.
And the magnitude of that means that they should all be executed. They should all be destroyed. But I like you, Captain.
Sure.
And I can't ignore the fact that you put yourselves at risk to save us. So I'm going to go against what my faith tells me to do this time.
Yeah.
Because it's convenient for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Not because of anything else.
Yeah,
just because it's convenient for me.
Yep. Because I can pick and choose.
That's right. Yep. No one else is allowed to pick and choose.
No, just him.
That's right.
Just him.
I'm going to temper your punishment, and you can choose one member of your crew to sacrifice and die.
Yep.
And if you don't choose, I'll choose for you. And gives Archer 6 hours to think about it.
Gee, I wonder who he's going to pick.
I mean,
It's a hard one.
it's tough.
Like,
We cut to Archer's quarters. Yarrick enters with a pad and says that here's an update on the repairs to your ship. Zijamat felt you should be kept appraised. Archer asks, your name's Yarrick, isn't it? He says, I understand your wife paid a visit to sickbay and had a chat with my doctor. She's pregnant? He says, I guess you also know she wants to end the pregnancy? And he starts to get defensive. That's between me and her.
Yeah.
And he says that the doctor got the impression that she doesn't exactly agree with Zijamat's interpretation of your faith. And he also said that she's grown to hate everything about it.
Yeah, that would be fair.
And he also got the impression that you're not so happy with the way things are going either. And Yarrick is pissed.
Yeah. It's like, how dare you?
Dijamat is my spiritual leader. I will follow him to my death. And Archer says, well, from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure you're going to have that opportunity.
Yeah. That might be in a few minutes.
Any second now. Yarrick storms out of the quarters into the corridor where the wife is.
Yeah.
And
enough.
he gets mad at her for speaking to the doctor. You've risked everything. And then asks if she had the procedure. He's like, no. She said, no, the doctor needed time to review our physiology. And now it's too late because he's under guard and whatever.
Yeah.
So bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he's not sure that it's the right thing to do anyway. So I'm glad we probably need to talk more about this. And she says, I won't watch my son or daughter fight in Dijamat's war. And he says, well, we have the ship now, so the war's going to be over soon because we're going to win.
Sure.
We're going to take the ship and blow everyone up, and then we've won. And then there will be no war. The makers will provide heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they will.
That's pretty much what they think.
That's how it's going to work.
Yep. That's their plan.
Yep.
We cut to the ready room. Dijamat is sitting at Archer's desk reading his logs. And Archer is brought in.
Wishing that he had to put a code on his logs.
Yeah. And Dijamat basically says, we're not so different, you and I. I mean, that's what he says.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what he says.
Archer says he draws a line at murdering innocent people.
Mm.
And Dijamat's like, what? But you still torture people, like
Yeah, but not torture.
not
Here's
same
the thing in
same.
your log about an airlock.
Yeah,
And the captain's like, oh no,
I needed information critical to my mission.
Yeah.
He wasn't hurt.
That's it. He wasn't hurt. Scared the shit out of him though.
And then Dijamat says, I've also had to make hard decisions. I killed a 6-year-old boy because he was going to rat on us.
Yeah, that's it.
Basically the same. Same.
Sure, it's identical situation.
Archer says, so you're proud of that?
Yeah,
And Dijamat says, in the service of the makers, all actions are blessed ones.
including killing 6-year-olds.
Including killing 6-year-olds, apparently.
Yeah, sure.
Ridiculous.
Whatever.
Then they talk a bit more about the spheres and the breath of the makers and all that sort of stuff. Archer's trying to get through to him a little bit, but anyway, Dijamat cuts him off and says, which crew member have you selected? And he says, I've chosen myself. You wanted to kill someone. Kill me. Just as the dramatic ad break comes on.
Yeah, and everybody goes, except for us who went, nah, shit.
Who else is he going to pick?
That's it. Like, he was going to pick at anyone
And what
else.
a shock. He doesn't die.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Like, who saw any of that coming?
whoa. Wow. Dijamat says, I urge you to reconsider, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Then Archer says, my people have certain customs regarding death. There's a device on board. We use it to dispose of hazardous materials, but on rare occasions, when the situation arises, we've also used it for executions. It's considered humane.
So we do execute people all of a sudden.
Yes.
Wow.
If in service of the lie to the makers. And he is, of course, talking about the transporter.
Yep.
So we cut to the transporter alcove. T'Pol is running the controls.
Yeah.
And Dijamat and Yarrick are guarding the space with Archer there. And there's a box on the transporter pad which dematerializes.
Yeah.
And Archer says the molecules have been disassembled. It's quick and painless. Then they proceed to execute Archer.
Yeah.
He gets on the transporter pad. He says to T'Pol to ask Phlox to keep an eye on Porthos. And then he disappears, beams away. evaporates, dies, whatever.
Dematerializes.
And Dijamut says to T'Pol, "You have my sympathies. You should inform the crew. They deserve to know." We cut to the command center. Dijamut and Yarrick are in there. And Dijamut says to Yarrick that you've been quiet.
3 people are dead.
That's what he says, yeah.
Yeah.
And that bothers you?
Shouldn't it?
Yeah. Yarrick says, shouldn't it? These people are not our enemy. And Dijamut says they're non-believers. That makes them our enemy.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
And then Yarrick says, why? And he says, do you believe that the makers speak through me? Well, what's the right answer to that?
Yeah, well, if I say anything but yes, I'm going to be dematerialized. So yes, I do.
Then when you question me, you question the makers, and there's a word for that. Heresy. Yarrick, when you begin to sympathize with the enemy, you risk becoming the enemy.
Oh,
that's
nasty.
The life lesson for this episode right there.
Yeah, when you're in a cult, follow the leader.
Exactly. Protect thyself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Woo.
We cut to sick bay. Phlox gets an instant message on MSN chat.
Yep, certainly did.
Saying, don't feed him cheese, can you talk? And so Archer is communicating with Phlox via text message, asks Phlox if he can neutralize the organic explosives. He says, I don't know, need to do an internal scan, and they won't let me do that.
Yep.
The guard that's in sickbay starts to walk over, and Phlox clears the screen. Then we see Archer knock someone out, one of the aliens out, and in the hallway grab a medical tricorder and scans him, and then sends the data to Phlox.
Yep.
We cut to the ready room. One of the aliens comes in and tells Dijamut that someone's missing, presumably the guy that Archer just knocked out.
Yeah.
And he says we're going to use the ship's internal sensors to find him, so they go out to the bridge.
Yeah.
And they drop out a warp. The lights start flickering. Main power's being disrupted. Dijamut asks from where. T'Pol says, I can't identify the location. Yep. In engineering, we see Archer pulling leads and cables out of things, just randomly disconnecting shit.
Yep.
And Trip is saying, Trip is being interrogated by Dijamut and a couple of the aliens.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm telling you, I didn't do anything. I was watched the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, ask your dude over there.
Yeah.
And the dude's like, yeah, he never left my side.
Yeah. I was watching him, I swear.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Dijamut's convinced that none of this is happening by accident. And then they detect something wrong in the EPS manifolds on deck D, section J15. So Dijamut sends one of the alien dudes and Yarrick to go and investigate that.
Yep.
In the corridor, those two, Yarrick and this other dude, are heading towards that, and Archer shoots the other dudes, just leaving Yarrick, and says, help me. You're my only hope, Obi-Wan. I mean, Yarrick, you're my only hope. Yarrick says no. Archer says, you know this is wrong. Everything he'd do, we can put a stop to it. All of it.
Yeah.
He says, I won't betray my faith. Archer says, your faith betrayed you. Is this really what the makers want? To kill people by the thousands in their name? Is that the faith you were raised on? Yarrick says, no. He's very articulate.
He is a great talker, this guy. Must have paid him per word.
So Archer says, then do what's right. If you don't help me, you're condemning your wife and child to death, because that's how this is going to end.
Yeah.
As long as people like Dijamut dictate what's true and what isn't, all you'll ever have is war.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the bridge. Dijamut is asking if they've found that missing dude. And no, internal sensors are down. They're not functioning.
Yep.
So systems are down all over the ship. And then another alarm goes off, and Travis says that there's a convoy of ships approaching. Dijamut wants to put them on the screen, and we see 4 Trianon ships heading towards them. In the Jeffries tube, we see Archer and Yarrick talking, they're trying to figure out how to adjust the environmental controls. But while they're pulling things up on the computer screen, they're having a chat. Yeah. And Archer asks what makes the other side heretics. Yeah. And he says, we believe the Makers created the Chosen Realm in 9 days. They believe it took 10. And that's it.
That's the only thing.
That's it. So for that, they've been in war for over a century.
Yeah.
So they find environmental controls, but they need to be rerouted to sickbay from the bridge.
Yep.
And so Archer's going to show Yarrick how to do that. We cut to the bridge. The other Trianons are hailing. Dijamat tells them to surrender. The other guy says, I have 4 ships.
Yeah.
You have 1.
Yeah.
But Dijamat says, if you had 10 ships, you wouldn't survive against this vessel. Scan the ship, you'll see I'm telling the truth. Surrender and you'll be treated fairly. And he says, you consider us heretics. We know what you do to them, Dijamat.
Yeah, exactly.
So they fight. But T'Pol and Travis won't participate.
Yeah.
So they stand them up and the aliens take over the controls.
Yeah.
If the aliens knew how to run the ship, why would they keep T'Pol and Travis there anyway?
I don't know. They shouldn't have even been on the bridge.
Everyone else got locked up.
Yeah.
If they knew how to run the fucking ship, why would you just make them do it at gunpoint? It doesn't make any sense.
You wouldn't have them there at all. You just wouldn't even think of it. It's not logical.
Anyway, they fight, they shoot, they fight and shoot.
Fight, shoot.
The Itchy and Scratchy Show. Archer knocks out a couple of people, gets Reed out of his quarters. They head to the armory. They get some more people out. Yarrick is on the bridge. He manages to get the environmental controls rerouted to sickbay. We see in sickbay that he uses a bat to distract the guard and then knocks him out, and then puts the
blue violet stuff
liquid
into the thing.
Yep. So once that's installed, and then we see Yarrick press the buttons, then it starts to go into the environmental systems. Yep. And so all the explosives that are inside all of the people are now deactivated.
Inert.
Inert. There's more shooting and fighting.
They do the whole fighty thingy in the... Was it the shuttle bay where the guy tries to blow himself up and we get that
the armory
confirmed in the... Oh, it was the armory.
I think it was the armory.
Yeah. And the guy stabs himself and then goes, oh, shit, that's not working.
Yep. And then Reed and one of the Makos have a fight in the hallway, etc.
Just lots of fighting.
Yep. On the bridge, the other ships are transmitting a surrender message, and Dijamat says continue firing, but the weapons are malfunctioning, so they can't fire anyway.
No.
Archer comes over the comm and says that they've rerouted command functions to engineering, weapons are offline. Dijamat says, find him. Well, he just told you where he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also says that we've neutralized your organic explosives. Dijamat doesn't want to believe it and says you're lying. He says, go ahead, blow yourself up.
Yeah, that's it. Give it a go, see what happens.
The other Trianon ships start firing at Enterprise, but Enterprise has no weapons to fight back, so they're getting, hurt. They're getting a fair bit of damage.
Systems are blowing up.
Dijamat's like, you better give me weapons back, because otherwise you're going to sacrifice your crew and your whole mission.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. Anyway, they keep fighting. Some people, Reed and a bunch of other people get onto the bridge and they fight again, and then they take over the ship.
Yeah.
They take the ship back. They hail the other aliens and say, this is Captain Archer. We've taken back control of our ship. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Why should I believe you? I'm standing down my weapons.
And then they go away.
Yeah.
Then we cut to a bit later in the brig. Dijamat is sitting and meditating and praying. And Archer comes in and says that we've just entered orbit around Trianon. Let's go. He says, you've done a terrible thing, Captain. You've interfered with something that was ordained. After centuries of fighting, I was going to bring an end to this war. We would have had peace. And he says, peace? One of my crewmen is dead. 6 others are wounded. My ship is damaged. And Dijamat says, none of that is important. All that matters is the sacred truth. Archer says, "You want some truth? I'll show you some truth."
Yeah. Fucking, here we go.
And we see 2 shuttle pods go and land on the planet. As they come out, the camera zooms out and we can see what was once a big thriving city has been totally decimated.
Yep.
There is just nothing left. It's rubble. There's broken buildings. It's just a mess.
Yep.
Archer says to Dijamat, "From what we've been able to learn, this happened 8 months ago. Both sides have been decimated. There are no major cities left. Millions are dead. Your faith was going to bring peace. Here it is." And Dijamat and the rest of his crew are just sort of standing there in shock, looking around, contemplating what's happened, and they're part of it, I assume. And that's the end of the episode.
Yep.
Any other thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, it was a good episode. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but it was good. Like,
I feel like it was pretty solid.
Yeah,
like it was a pretty solid story.
Yeah.
There's a few little things we talked about on the way through, but most of them were pretty minor.
Yeah.
And I think the message is important. I think it was well told.
Yeah.
The consequences at the end for the bad guys as well, I think was really heavy and relevant. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid, good episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's the life lesson?
Wow. There's a few, isn't there?
Yeah. We sort of touched on a few of them before we got into the episode, but
we did. I think overall it's the blind faith thing, isn't it? You can't really have blind faith.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to have an expanded mind. You've got to be able to
be reflective.
Yeah, be reflective, grow. Like, you've got to understand all perspectives, all sorts of things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, your faith or your belief doesn't negate compassion and reason and logic and humanity.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. IMDb ratings for this one. Our examples of 1 episodes of Voyager's Threshold and Enterprise's Precious Cargo. Examples of 10 episodes in Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. What do you want to rate Chosen Realm?
What did we give last week?
2.
That is much higher than a 2.
Last week was that time travel one, Carpenter Street.
Yeah, no.
The one before that was Similitude with the clone, and that was a 9. And the one before that was the Western, the North Star one, that was an 8. And the one before that was Twilight, with the flash forward alternate universe with T'Pol looking after Archer, and we gave that one a 9.
Yeah, I would.
Those are the recent ones.
Yeah, I would sit this probably at about an 8, I reckon, or I probably wouldn't go much higher than an 8.
I was thinking a 7 or an 8.
Yeah,
so I think an 8 is
an 8's
solid.
The highest I'd go.
Yep.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to push me to anything more than that.
Let's do an 8. I think that's pretty reasonable a score.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be that.
Cool.
You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and Instagram just Temporal Directive. Or you can get in touch via email at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Star Trek and religion would be an interesting thing to hear about.
Religion's always good.
Or anything. Just, feel free to get in touch if you want to let us know your thoughts. Well, I hope everyone listening had a very Merry Christmas yesterday if you celebrate. Yeah. And I hope you have a fun and safe New Year's. And we'll see you all on January 2nd with the next episode, Proving Ground. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.